Greetings and salutations, YouTubers. This is ZillaFan85, back today with my latest video, my latest figure review. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at my Bandai 2004 Rodan. Of course, again, this is the Final Wars Rodan from the 2004 film, obviously. Last time we went ahead and looked at my Final Wars Anguirus, so I figured kind of continuing along with that sort of Final Wars theme here, I wanted to go ahead and review my Rodan figure next from the film. I still have a couple other Final Wars figures that I'm going to review as well, which I'll do, which I'll continue on doing here. So we'll do like a little Final Wars theme these next few videos, essentially. And with that too, I do want to let it be known I do not have the Bandai Final Wars Godzilla. I used to have it, but I ended up giving that figure to my friend. I have the Gashapon version of the 2004 Final Wars Godzilla, which I did previously review. It's a cool Gashapon figure. I really like it. As far as the standard size one goes, though, I don't know. I wasn't like super thrilled with it. I just, some of the paint and all that, I just wasn't crazy about, especially with the dorsal spines. But my hope is maybe in the future, fingers crossed anyways, hoping maybe Monster Arts will give us something as far as a Final Wars Godzilla goes. But, we'll see what happens in due time. But for right now, obviously, let's go ahead and jump into this Rodan here. This particular version of Rodan, I do happen to really, really like it. I do like this design. It does, in my opinion, kind of harken back to the, to some of his Showa look, or at least a little more so than the Heisei Rodan did. At least in my, certainly in my opinion anyway. So I do like this design. I don't prefer it as much as I do the Showa Rodan, but like I said, I do like it. So anyways, jumping right into this here, the paint and detail work. So he's sort of got like his color scheme, as you can see, taking a look around him. It's sort of like a reddish brown, essentially, for his, skin. So definitely a pretty cool look to it. I do appreciate it here. And you can see they did some nice detail work with some of the scales and wrinkles on his face there. You guys can see that. And again, you got the wrinkles on the neck and some sort of like muscly sort of bulges that you can see on him as well. Really love the armor plating that they've got down running from his chest and abdomen area, and then of course on his legs as well. I think that's a really cool look. I love that armor. It's not really sharp to the touch, but they did a pretty nice job detailing it. You've got some sort of spray, like a creamish color spray, showcasing it for the more center portion. Then it got sort of like a black wash around the outer edges there, and then it sort of fades into that reddish brown. You get more of that black wash as well, as you can see on the wings. So you guys can see that, and that looks really cool. And there's also the wings, some nice texturing as well. You can almost feels like sort of a granite feel, which I think another YouTube reviewer kind of said when they reviewed this figure. And I definitely do feel that sort of, almost like a rocky granite feel to it. So it is pretty cool. I've got like a yellowish, creamish color for the finger claws on the top of the wings there. Nice detail work on the claws as well. You guys can see the scaling on them, and of course the scaling on the top of the wings as well. You guys can see all that. Really, really cool looking. Again, love that armor plating that he's got there going down his legs. And again, more of that yellowish, creamish color for the toe claws there. You guys can see that. Looks really, really cool. I like that. More of that cream color on the bottom of the wings here, kind of sprayed on. So you guys can see that as well. All the claws pretty sharp to the touch. So I definitely like that. The beak has a nice sharp feel to it as well, and again sort of that black wash color done for the beak. You guys can see that, and the horns on the top of the head, nice and pointy, and again detailed pretty well. And again, just to look on the back of him, again you got that black wash sprayed down there. So going down his back, you got that little fuzzy, or you know, that little sort of tail, flappy tail that he's got there. Nice detail work there for the wrinkles and everything. Really, really captured well. It's a pretty cool vinyl figure. And again, more of the segments for the back of his neck there as well too. Just kind of taking a look around. The back of the wing's a lot more smooth feeling than the front part of the wings, so definitely something to note. And I just really like that. And of course you get that back hoof claw there. Now these are not painted any differently, the color on these claws, but they're still cool to look at for sure. I definitely think so. So again, really, really nice job for the paint and detail. One thing you'll do notice, I do have this box here in the back. That's because this figure, unfortunately, does not stand on its own. As you guys can see, it needs to be propped up against something. So that's one thing I did want to point out there to you guys when I was doing this review. So anyway, though, so that pretty much covers the paint and detail. The other part, articulation here, he's got very, very little articulation. Kind of one thing that's a little disappointing. His wings are a bit bendy there, but you're really not going to get much motion out of them other than maybe flapping them a little bit. There's nothing in the head, and so the really only thing you get is you get joints here on the legs, and they can turn and go all the way around, as you guys can see. And unfortunately that's it for articulation, so that is a little bit disappointing. Size wise, he is in the 6-inch range, so he'll scale in with your 6 to 7-inch figures pretty well. I did size him in my last video with my Anguirus when I did that review, or actually no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I used a different figure. I apologize. When I sized up my Anguirus, but let me get out that Anguirus really quick. Bear with me, folks. Okay, I got him right here. So just as you guys can kind of see, but they make a nice little pairing. Of course, you remember that scene there. So now I'm going to pull the camera back here just so you guys can see a bit of a better scope there for the size. But they go pretty nicely together. Again, though, they're in the 6-inch range. They'll scale well with your 6 to 7-inch figures. So just kind of wanted to point that out. And I do have the tag for him as well. Actually, I do want to grab that real quick. Please bear with me, folks. I will be right back. I do apologize, folks. I should have had all that ready out ahead of time. Please don't come at me with the stakes for that. But here is the card. I'll try to hold it, and I know I got the extra light going on there, but I'll try to hold it so that you guys can sort of see it. It's a nice little money shot there, movie photo image. Pretty cool looking. Not really the best one they could use. I kind of like that one when he's standing on, I forgot what building it was. I think it was in New York when he's standing on. He had his wings fully spread out and you got more of a portrait view of him. That was a really cool pose when you basically first saw Rodan in the film. But you see the tag, pretty cool image. got the Bandai copyright information in 2005 when this figure was released. Again, the information there, Toho Pictures 2004. Hopefully you guys can see that. Got the inside of the card. Again, some write-up legal information. Another image. A little bit better of an image there. That's, I think, when he was getting ready to take on Godzilla, when he was being mind controlled along with Anguirus and King Caesar, which was a cool fight in the film. And then, of course, the back of the tag. So, very, very cool there with the Bandai and the Godzilla silhouette there. So, again, really, really awesome. I like it. So, other than that, that runs through most of everything. Otherwise, you got pricing. These figures are pretty common, and again, I believe that they re-released them within the last couple years for their movie Monster series. So, if you want to get that version, they're pretty readily available. They're standard, standard Bandai figures, so they're not gonna break the bank. This one I got at a convention. I think it was about $20 when I got it a while back. It was years back, as this is obviously an older release now. But I mean, that's kind of in the range that you're looking at, $20 to $30 essentially. So really, again, standard fare figures, but definitely pretty cool. Bandai did a nice job with this, and I'm glad to have it in my collection for sure. I think that does pretty much wrap it up for this video. Again, sorry I wasn't as prepared as I should have been. I should have made sure to grab the tag and had the Anguirus figure ready for the sizing. So I do apologize again for that. But if you guys are still following along here, I definitely want to thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, please feel free to do so. If you would like to like and or comment on any of my videos, please feel free to do so as well. And just remember, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you be good to yourselves, and sayonara.